Hi there, trombone players. I'm going to make this video about how to clean and care for your trombone. Lately I've been making these videos for you, and I've noticed the slide on my trombone is a little sticky. Here you can hear it, just doesn't move freely. And you know, you can't play the best when it's like that. You want your slide to move nice and smooth. Now there's two reasons why it gets like this. Number one, could be bent. And if it's bent, then you have to take it to the repair shop and have it straightened. But the most common reason why this would happen is because it's just dirty, gunky, grimy. I think what happens, we put the oil on, gets dusty, it gets all, like I said, just gunks up in there. Therefore the slide doesn't move. So I'm going to talk to you about how to clean the trombone. There are two reasons why I have never addressed this in your lessons at school. First of all, there just simply isn't enough time with those half-hour lesson groups. And second, we don't have a place to do this. In order to clean the trombone, you need to take it where you have a faucet where you can run the water through it, because we're going to flush it out. And in order for it to fit, the only place I know of is the bathtub. So I'm going to take you to my bathtub. I know, awkward, but you're going to be able to see how to clean out the trombone. We're going to start with the mouthpiece. Just flush it out. Then we're going to use a brush. Let me show you first. Turn on some water. Let it go through there. Take a mouthpiece brush. Put it in from the top, from the bottom, and then flush it out again. Shake it out. I'm just going to take a soft cloth. Normally I might use paper towel, but they're hard to come by these days. So we'll use this soft cloth, dry it off, and I'm going to set it aside. Next, we're going to do the slide. I have just the slide section now. This is very fragile. You want to make sure that you don't bump, especially the inner slide, because if it gets bent, then you're going to be in a worse predicament and your trombone won't work. But you have the inner slide and the outer slide. They come apart, okay? I'm going to lay the inner slide down very gently and just take the outer slide. I'm going to take it to the water, turn it on, and this is pretty cool. You'll see it bubble up on the other side. I put it down to one end, and when it goes clear through, it'll come out the other. Let's see, it should happen soon. Well, there we go. See, it's gone clear through, it's coming out. I'll just dump it. Hey, let's do the other side. Why not? Let it run. So it comes out the other side. There we go. We got a little fountain. Dump it out. I'll turn off the water. And then I have what's called a flexible bore brush. A lot of musicians refer to this as a snake brush. It's real flexible. You can go through. Now I'm going to put this in as far as it goes. It won't go the whole way. Put it in one side. And I think that's about as far as it's going to go. And I'll pull it out. And I'll put it in the other side. Whoops, if I can get it started there. Put it in till it won't go any further. It gets down here at the bottom. And that's it. And I'll just pull that out. Let that rest. Take my soft towel and just dry it off on the outside. Then we're going to set this aside. This is the inner slide. This is the most fragile part. You don't want to bump this or it could get bent easily. What we'll do is we'll run the water through each leg, or each piece, and it just goes straight through. Next, I'll take the snake brush and go through each section of the inner slide. Just goes right through on this one. There we go. Comes out one side. And then we'll go in the other side. Just go straight through and pull it out. So your inner slide is where you're going to have most of your gunk and your grime all build up. So I take my soft cloth and I'm going to wipe this off as best as I can. Again, being very gentle because we don't want to bend it in any way. Just take it, wipe it off. And usually that's where you'll see your oil all built up. Get all that off of there. If you need to put it under the water more to get that off, that's fine, okay? This is the bell section of the trombone. And in this, up here, we have the tuning slide. So I'm gonna take my thumbs, hands on each side, and push it up. And then when it comes clear out, just pull it out. There's your tuning slide. We take it to the faucet and run the water through. We're going to take the snake brush. This goes through easily because it's so short. There you go, already out. Okay, and take our soft cloth, which I lost, here it is, and wipe that all off. And set that aside. The last part, the bell section. This is easy. We're just going to flush the water through each section. And dry it all off. And set it aside. We're going to grease the legs of the tuning slide. This is the part that goes at the top of the bell. Now, there's a few products that you can use. There is slide grease, specifically made for the trombones. That works great. You can find it at any of your music stores. Also, a less expensive alternative is what they call lanolin, which is like a really thick Vaseline. And I use it. It's a little less expensive, and I happen to have it. If you don't have either of those, Vaseline will work just as well. I'm going to show you how you do this. You take just a little bit, and you can see this is like a thick Vaseline, and you just put it on one leg or one piece of the tuning slide. It's pretty thick and greasy. And then I'm going to put it on the other one, okay? Wipe that off my fingers. Take the top, the bell section, and it can only go in one way. So we're going to take this leg, put it in, twist it. That gets the stuff all spread out evenly. Put in the other side, twist it, put it all the way in, and then look how nice and easily this moves. Oh my goodness. You can move your tuning slide just like that. We'll put this away. We're going to do the slide section of the trombone. First, I'll take the outer slide. And I have a stick like this. Most people don't have one of these, but if ever you want to borrow it from me, I have it at school, you are more than welcome. What I'm going to do with this is take some cheesecloth. This is cheesecloth. You can purchase this at Joann Fabrics or probably at a grocery store because it's used for crafts and for kitchen use. Looks like this. Nice and light and airy. I'm going to thread it into the top of this stick, kind of thread it like a needle, and I'm going to run it through the outer slide. Stick it in, pull it out, and then put it in the other side and pull it out. Set this aside. I'm going to also run it through the inner slide. Stick it in, pull it out, and then do the other side as well. Now it's time to lubricate the inner slide. Most of you have oil, that's fine. Some of you have other types of trombone slide lubricant. I happen to use this kind called Rapid Comfort. So I just take it and I put a dot right here, you'll see it run, and a dot here. Then I turn it over, just touch, and the dot runs down, and it runs there. Just like the tuning slide, we're gonna do one leg at a time. And I line up the slide lock with the piece where it locks onto. So I know that piece goes in here, put it in, and take it out. Then I do the other side. Put it in and take it out. Oh, does that move nicely? Then we put it all together. That's the way we like our trombone slide to move. And I will put this back in the case. So there you have it. That's how you clean your trombone. Now, where to get the mouthpiece brush and the snake brush? Those can be purchased at your music stores, Progressive Music in McKeesport, Hollis and Gurman in Bethel Park, or you could probably order it online. If you choose to order a trombone care kit, it will probably have those two things, plus some slide oil, the slide grease, and a cloth to wipe off your trombone so you can do it complete. Okay, thank you, and that's how you take care of your trombone.